What's going on, guys? It's Halloween Vids, and today I'll be doing a review on the Spirit Halloween 2014 Electrified Maniac Animatronic. Alright, well, without any further ado, let's just get right into the video. As I just previously mentioned, this is the Spirit Halloween 2014 Electrified Maniac Animatronic. He was manufactured by Techie Toys, now known as Techie Design, which, in case you did not know, is my favorite manufacturing company for animatronics. They have some of my favorite animatronics. But yeah, he was part of the Middle Attic ISE in 2014. He was featured alongside the Evil Scientists, both of whom were only sold for 2014 and then lived out the rest of their life online only. This was a reedition of the 2013-2012 Death Row Animatronic, who has to be one of Spirit's most popular classic animatronics. I actually also do own a Death Row Animatronic, and a matter of fact, he was my first ever animatronic for me to ever own. I got him over 10 years ago, back in 2013. But yeah, there's not too much to say about this guy. As for detail, it's actually a very thin plastic for the feet. Thinner than I was expecting, especially for being 2014. It is a wooden base, which is similar to Broken Spine Girl from 2014. Then it is it's square poles building him up. Then he has a waist frame and mechanism. And then it is just another square pole, and then the shoulders and head. But as for the clothing, nothing too crazy. It's your standard techie clothing, if you're familiar with that. Think of that costume material. Detailing is kept to a minimal, which is fine. I'm not too upset about that. I mean, he is just a prisoner. There's not too much going on with him. He does have some nice detailing on the hands, though. They are very well detailed. I am pretty happy with those. And then his cuffs as well are pretty nice detailed, which are also a hard plastic. And then as for the wires coming out, as opposed to Death Rows, which are posable, these are not posable. They are like a hollow plastic type of material, which is fine. Nothing too upset about that. Then here is his motion or sound sensor. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It's motion or sound. I don't remember which one. Excuse that clock. I am not in my room. I'm upstairs just because I had this guy up here because I was working on him. But yeah, then as for his face, I'll wait for that clock to stop actually. All right, anyways, as for his face, the real cool gimmick with this guy is that the LEDs inside the head mold here light up to illuminate his face, which is like a skull, which I do think is a really cool effect, and it is something we've never seen from Spirit before with this guy. And then besides the lighting in the head, his cuffs also light up too, which is, again, a really nice added feature. And in case you did not know, back then Techie was doing these MIT triggers, multi-item trigger. So they had it with Death Row with the control box, which I have right there. They also had it with the nurse's box with the convulsing nurse. And they also did it with another control box that was separate from that one that came with him. And actually one more, they also did it with Thrash and Clown. But those four animatronics were the one to feature MITs. Unfortunately, I got this guy on Mercari for like $165, which is a great price given that he retailed for $199, which I think was a fair price for back in the day. No issues with that price, because he actually did also include his control box. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the control box. The seller no longer had it, which is fine. And a matter of fact, he actually still had the MIT cable, which my MIT cable for my Death Row's control box was broken. So now I'm glad I have a working one, because you can't find those anywhere anymore. But yeah, so I even did test the wiring with that. It does work with him too, so that's pretty neat. Let me just get into a quick demo of him now, shall we? Yeah, but in case you didn't hear that little buzzing, it does sound like the gears need to be a little greased up. I might get to that, I might not. But it really is not too much of a big deal. If anything, it kind of adds to his animation, which is pretty cool. But as for the animation, it's pretty simple. He just convulses around. And his head is not like animated or anything. It's just kind of flops, which works well because then it adds to the animation. And then as you saw, the LEDs did light up the head, which was a really cool added effect. And his audio is the same as Death Row's, which is fine. I mean, it makes sense. They're both getting electrified. They're both electrified maniacs, quite literally. So I'm not too upset with the audio being recycled and reused because it fits him perfectly. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have too much to ramble on about this guy. He's honestly a pretty classic animatronic, not one that was too popular and isn't super common to come by nowadays. So I am glad I was able to find this guy, especially for a reasonable price. Overall, I probably would give him I don't know, maybe a 9 out of 10. I'll take the point off for originality and detail. I feel like there could be a little bit more detailing done with him. And then as well as just the concept's not really super original since we did already just have Death Row in 2012 and 2013. And then they just brought this guy in 2014. But besides that, he's a really solid piece. Definitely one I'd recommend getting if you are able to get him somehow, somewhere. But yeah, that's all I have for the video. Tell me what you think about Electrified Maniac in the comments below. And until next time, see ya.